Hola, mi Bisshhh'ss, 'tis I, Chlois, aka Manny Bish. Today I was meant to be doing my gel method 101, and clearly I did my first full layer without recording. So I'm going to be doing my second layer. So I've already done my first layer, we're going to do my second layer. They're exactly the same exact thing. I'm going to go through this again. I'm using my Mani Boss Pill Base and my Mani Boss Gel Base Coat, their new one. And I'm using Blue Hawaiian also for Mani Boss. Now, this just happened to be a Mani Boss loaded video. I really didn't mean for it to be like that, but it did. So my first tip for gel is going to be, do not hold your brush at a 90-degree angle. Hold it like this. You want it to be laying down, because if you hold it higher than a 45-degree angle, first of all, you are going to get brush strokes like marks. And so while it doesn't really matter at this point while you're dipping or doing the powder, it will matter when it comes to the top coat, because sometimes you can see streaks or it'll be uneven, especially with matte top coat. So keep that in mind. Don't hold your brush higher than a 45-degree angle. Keep it as flat as possible. And when it comes to gel method, you see what I did right there. The go-to is to pour over your dip powder. I have had no problems with dipping like I did right there on the corner. I seen that it needed some more powder, didn't get any, so I dipped it in. I haven't had any issues with dipping in. It's just something to be cautious of, because when you dip your finger in with gel, because it's still wet, it can move or slide around from being pushed into the powder. But I have laid my finger directly down, like with chunky glitter when I've used the gel method. Instead of pouring over or dipping, I've laid my finger just flat in it, laid my nail flat in the glitter, the powder, and it was perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues, but I still am also very cautious of it. I have not just gone in and just straight dipped my finger into powder. Only like the little touch up that I did on my middle finger, or for chunky glitter, laying it flat in there. Now, another thing is, with the gel method, you have literally all the time in the world to clean up your cuticles and all the stuff. So it's, in that sense, if you don't have any gel allergies or anything, and you're just a beginner, you have a light, because you do need an LED UV light when using gel, you will get perfect cuticles every time with a gel mani if you are cleaning your cuticles. You do not need to be super quick with it or anything, because it's going to stay wet until you cure it and tell it not to stay wet. So that, in my opinion, is just amazing. I love the gel method for this reason. Like, yeah, I can get clean, good cuticles using dip liquids, but not every time. Sometimes I'm still struggling with that. Like, I'm still on the struggle bus. But with gel, you will get clean cuticles. You will. If you're cleaning them and getting the extra powder off before you cure, you will have nice cuticles. Now, one other thing, Yes, I am doing all of my nails at the same time before I cure. See, I'm going to dip that one in. See, no problems. It didn't like slide or push anything around. I don't know. I don't know if it's because there's already dip on it, so it's already kind of held in place by the powder, but it's something that you can be like, yes, there are said rules, guidelines, but you can be adventurous and try whatever out if you want to. What was I going to say? I did all 4 nails, or all 5 nails. I didn't show my thumb. I did all of my nails at once, but if you are not comfortable with that, you can cure 1 nail at a time, or 2 at a time, however many at a time, and then finish the other nails. I just am fine and comfortable with doing all 4 and then curing once, and it saves some time, so that's what I do. Now, what I was showing you there was I do have Mani-Boss 2-in-1 gel, and this, I would usually use that to do a clear cap. Like, to clear cap my nails, I would usually use, when doing gel, the Mani-Boss 2-in-1, just because, it's only one thing that I gotta do, 1 layer. I just use 1 layer, good to go, no issues. But I know that a lot of people probably don't have a 2-in-1, though if you want a 2-in-1, I do recommend the Mani-Boss 2-in-1. Also, it's just, you just use the same liquid throughout the whole mani from beginning to end. It's going to be your base coat for dipping. It's going to be your top coat when you're done. You don't have to switch liquids. So that is something like easy and simple about a 2-in-1 to keep in mind. But since I know a lot don't have a 2-in-1, I am going to be doing base coat first, which I already did. Cure it for at least 60 seconds. I cure mine for 90. And now I'm going in with my top coat. This is the Mani-Boss gel top coat. And I am going to cure this also for 90 seconds. And then I'm going to file and buff on top of this. So, see, with the 2-in-1, you would only have to do 1 layer. Then you could go right into filing and buffing and be just fine. But you could technically do that as well with the gel base coat. So if you don't use top coat when you are when you are clear capping, you need to remember to wipe that tacky layer off of your gel base before filing and buffing. So after you cure your nails, the gel base is going to leave a tacky layer for the top coat to stick to. So if you don't go in with top coat during your clear cap, wipe your nails off with alcohol and a lint-free wipe and get that tacky layer off before you go in and file. If you leave the tacky layer there, it can clog up your file, and then your file won't work as well. So keep that in mind as well. Okay? And after every layer of dip, like I said, I am cure for at least 60 seconds. I cure for 90 just because I'm a weirdo and I'm afraid things won't cure. So now that our nails were all cured and everything, I went right in and I filed and buffed them like I normally would. So this is what we've got. Now I am cleaning the dust and everything off with my scrubby alcohol brush. Now, you could get up and you could wash your hands and it would do the same thing. I typically like to just stay sitting at my nail desk and use alcohol and my scrubby brush, because if I stand up, I risk the chance of getting distracted and then leaving my phone recording a bunch of nothing. So I just stay at my desk. Now I am back with the gel base coat, and I am going to be top coating. So again, this is, and I wanted to do this on my left hand, or using my left hand, because that is my non-dominant hand. I am a righty, and so I'm working on my right hand just so like you guys can see too. I do work slow. This whole video, just a few clips of it were sped up. Like after I've done 1 to 2 nails, I sped it up. But the first few nails that you see for every step of the way is in real time, and I work super slow. And that's okay to work slow, because you just take your time, be patient with yourself, and you got it. It can work out just fine. So I left it in real time, parts of the video in real time, so you could see just like how slow I am, how shaky I am, how not perfect and good at this I am. And hopefully that will give you some confidence to, just feel better. So here, I like to use my thumb on my opposite hand to clean any gel or anything off around my nails. You can use a little tool like this or an orange wood stick, but in my opinion, my fingernail works way better, and it just really gets everything off of the sidewalls. So that's what I do, is I just use my thumb, and then I'll just wipe my thumb off with alcohol when my other hand is curing. So no issues. Now I'm going to go in with the gel top coat. So with a 2-in-1 gel base and top coat, you do not need anything else to go with it. You would just, once you're done filing and buffing, cleaning your nail, go in with the 2-in-1 gel. You're done. You're good to go. It's already got all the things in it to help it stick to the nail, so you're good. You're 100% good. With regular gel top coat, you either want to leave your nail, don't buff your nail and leave it with the scratch marks of filing, because that will help it stick. You want to use nail primer, that it becomes tacky and will help it stick, or you want to use gel base coat because it's tacky and it will help it stick. You can do all three, but you want one of them at least. So I used the Mani Boss gel base. I applied it, cured it for my 90 seconds, and it creates a tacky layer on the nails. Then you go in with your gel top coat, and it will stick 1,000,000 times better. Also, I do recommend these liquids. Guys, Mani Bosch just does it right every time, in my opinion. I have not had any, no issues, no woes, no nothing with them ever. So, gel base and top coat peel so bad on me. I have had so many issues with peeling. They don't stick no matter what I do. So if you're having those issues where gel just doesn't seem to want to stick on you, try these liquids. Just give them a chance, because I've been able to keep the top coat, washing dishes, all kinds of stuff, no issues for days, and no peeling or anything has gone on. So they have just done it right. Because top coat will peel. Gel top coat will peel if it does not have the proper ways of sticking. This one did not do that. I've worn it multiple times already, and it's just perfect. Now, after I let my nails cool off for a second, I went in with my cuticle oil from Candy Skincare, and this was my mani, you guys. I hope you found it helpful and enjoyed this video. I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, Bisshhh'ss.